For those of you who aren't aware, I'm a health educator, and we always want to make sure that we have individuals to share and to be here for the community. And one of those individuals is the beautiful Sharifa Charles that's behind me. Sharifa is actually going to give y'all some information that I think will be great for you to know.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. My name is Sharifa Charles. I am a program facilitator with AIDS Foundation Houston. So like Kevin mentioned, I want to talk to you and give you the basics of HIV 101 and kind of discuss with you a little bit of what happens if someone finds out that they have a positive result. Okay? So y'all with me? Now I'm transforming this theater into a classroom, okay? So y'all ready? Because I'm not going to talk at you. I'm going to ask you some questions, so I need some answers, okay? All right. So this is the truth about HIV 101. First things first is you need to know the definition of HIV. Does anyone know the definition of HIV? Hit me. Come on. Tell me. Human. I heard immunodeficiency, right? Okay. It's immunodeficiency, and V stands for virus, okay? Human immunodeficiency virus. Everything you need to know about HIV is in its name. It tells you who it affects, who you can get it from. It tells you what system it affects, and that would be the immune system. And it tells you that it's a virus. So as of today, it's chronic, meaning you will live with it for the rest of your life, okay? What does AIDS stand for? Okay, yet again, we got that A. So we get a choir. Boom, someone needs a gold star over here. Somebody, okay? So acquired immune deficiency syndrome, okay? Whenever you think about AIDS, you want to think about the state of someone's body. So HIV, when it infects someone's body, it tries to find the CD4 cells. Okay? Those are the soldiers. Think of your immune system as an army, okay? And whenever you get sick, that army comes out and it tries to annihilate whatever is trying to invade your body. HIV eliminates that army. It tries to, okay? So HIV, if you are doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, that army remains strong. But if you reach to a point where you have AIDS, that means you don't have as many people fighting whatever infects your body. Does that make sense? Yes. Are y'all sure? Yes. Okay, just checking. Okay? So that's a good way to think about it. HIV is kind of the beginning stages of it. AIDS is when your body is very, very depleted. That army has gone through too many wars. Maybe we didn't re-up on supplies, so it's not functioning as well. Okay? Now, something that we always mix up are the fluids, okay? What are the 4 bodily fluids that transmits HIV? Blood. Semen. Semen includes what? Pre-cum. So when someone gets excited, a man gets excited, a little some comes out, right? What are some names we got for that? Pre-juice, pre-jizz, come on, don't be shy, okay? Remember, this is a classroom, okay? So blood, semen, that includes pre-cum, what's vaginal fluids, and breast milk, okay? So, in terms of sex, you want to think about blood, you want to think about semen, pre-cum, and vaginal fluids. Now, what are the major actions that put people at risk for transmitting HIV? Unprotected sex, what forms of sex are there? Vaginal, anal, and oral. Vaginal sex is what? The vagina, y'all. Let me not do no hand gestures. Y'all understand, right? Oral sex is mouth to whatever you like, okay? And then anal sex is the booty, okay? All right? Because you know when we're in the street, we're not saying, I love oral food, okay? So that's cool. Vaginal, anal, and oral sex, unprotected, puts you at risk for HIV. And what else? What's the last action majorly that puts you at risk? Sharing needles, okay? Now, way back in the day, we used to focus on drugs. If you weren't injecting drugs, you kind of felt like it was a freebie, whatever. But now you need to take into consideration steroids, hormone injections, piercings, tattoos. If you're not going places that are certified, or if you're not finding doctors that will do what they need to do for your body, okay? If you're not using fresh needles, you are putting yourself at risk. And if you see on that slideshow, it says works, okay? Works is anything else that you might use when it comes to drug usage. So straws, money rolled up, okay? We are not promoting people having addictions, but we know that addiction is a strong thing to fight. So, if that is something that you or a family member is dealing with, we want you to do small things that reduce your risk for HIV. How does that sound? That makes sense? Okay, fantastic. So for the most part, when it comes to sex, needles, all of those things, if you take care of yourself in terms of those things, you're fine. Okay, you're going to take care of yourself, you're lowering your risk, you're not putting yourself at risk for HIV and other STDs, okay? Now, there is a reality that you might have friends or family members that are living with HIV, or you might have a friend in the future that becomes HIV positive. So we want you to talk about, what life looks like after that, okay? So, when it comes to finding out that someone is HIV positive, I know at our organization and many other organizations in Houston, you don't just give someone a result and then tell them go home. You try to link them into care, okay? What that means is you try to find some organization within the Houston area or wherever they live that they can receive medication, anything, clothes and food and housing, anything that might assist someone in still taking care of themselves even if they become HIV positive, even if they are HIV positive. Does that make sense? Linked to care? Okay? So, what do you think, shout out, what are some fears that you think someone might have if they become HIV positive? Dying, social stigma, finding a job, kids, finding a mate, okay? Now, when it comes to a lot of the resources in Houston, now we can't help you find a date, okay? Sorry, I'm still working on me, all right? But I even know there's some organizations where they try to link people who are HIV positive and build up the confidence, okay? Because we know that's a hard thing to deal with. Anytime you deal with anything that might be traumatic, it impacts your self-esteem and your mental health. And so there are support groups out in Houston, no matter what your sexual orientation is, race, age, that can help you really sustain who you are and not be shifted by a result, okay? Also, when you get linked into care, they talk about insurance, okay? They talk about the fact that HIV, you can live with HIV. This is not the 80s when there was a time when people were passing away when they had this. We didn't know what it was. We didn't know what to do. Okay, nowadays, if you adhere to your drug regimen, okay? So sometimes you go to a doctor and they give you pills. Some people believe that you're taking 39 pills every day. Is that true? No, it is not. There are people who are living with HIV that are taking 1 pill a day. Okay? A lot of people don't know that. It depends on the person's system. But that's important to make sure that you're taking your medication. Okay? You have to go to your doctor visits around 3 months, every 3 months. Why do you think every 3 months? To test your T cells, to make sure your system is still functioning, that the medication is still working. Going to doctor visits is extremely important, okay? There's another component of it people don't think about, stress management, okay? You want to make sure that you are managing your stress. How many people in here, whenever you're stressed out at work, relationships, significant others, you begin to get physically sick? Okay, that's everybody, all right? It's the same thing. If you're HIV positive, that immune system isn't functioning at 100% because you're just not feeling well. Because people are getting at you, you got bills to pay, kids running around, okay? So stress management is important. Also fitness and nutrition. All of us need to be taking care of ourselves. You need to be moving that body. You need to not be eating McDonald's #1 when it's on special over at Montrose for $3.99. Or that 2-wing something Popeyes, $2 Tuesdays, whatever that's called, okay? Nobody should be eating that all the time, and it's the same thing if you're HIV positive. So those are the 4 major things you want to make sure that you're focusing on if you're HIV positive. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. All right, okay? The next thing it's our responsibility as a community to take care of each other, okay? I always encourage people, continue to learn about sexual health. Things are constantly changing. Things that we're finding out about HIV and other STDs. So you want to make sure that you're staying abreast so that you can be safe and so is your partner, okay? You also want to make sure that you are using safe sex barriers. There are condoms, finger cots. Everybody know what finger cots is? Right, finger cots look like little condoms that go on your finger. So no matter what you're doing with that finger, whatever, you're safe, okay? There's dental dams, okay, for oral sex. No matter what you want to lick on, you can cover it up, okay? And then we also know that they're female condoms. So there are many different ways, no matter if you're straight, same gender loving, or pansexual, okay? There are different barriers for you so you can make sure that you protect yourself and your partner. Last but not least, be careful what you say and how you act when you think and hear about someone being HIV positive. How many people in this room? Be very, very careful, okay? How many people in this room know 10 people or more who are living with HIV or have passed away? Stand up. Stand up. More than 10 people, living with HIV or have passed away. Okay, stay standing. Anybody who's known more than 5 people who are living with HIV have passed away with AIDS. More than 5 people. Stand up, please. Okay, how many people in here have known more than 2 people who are living with HIV or have passed away with AIDS? How many people just knows one person? Stand up. If you know only one person. Now I want you to look around. Take a second, everyone, look around this room. Okay? If you are standing, okay, your life has been directly affected by HIV/AIDS, okay? You know someone, you can say a name, you know a face, you know an experience, okay? For those who are sitting, you probably came with someone in this room. You probably know someone that's in this room. That means you too are affected, okay? So no matter what, we are all responsible in taking care of each other and ourselves. Okay? So make sure you spread that.